Well, well, well. How are you, everybody? This is Dr. Willie Jolley, and this is,
I'm Dee Taylor Jolley.
and we are the Jolleys, happily married Monday with the Jolleys, here on Facebook Live and on Jolley TV. So we hope you are ready for another episode. We want you to know that we really appreciate your encouraging notes, your encouraging comments.
And when we see people,
we
have no idea
see
who's watching.
people-
So if you would send us just say hello and who you are, then that way we know we have friends out there. So some people who watch have no clue.
Amazing how we were in California. Someone said, "Oh, I watch you every week." We were where else were we this last week?
We were in Oskaloosa.
Oskaloosa. Oh, thank you to all the folks in
Yes.
Oskaloosa,
Wonderful
Iowa.
people.
Wonderful, wonderful people.
So giving.
So kind.
Yes.
So we had a great time. So anyway, we're glad that you're here. We want you to send us lots of your love on the little things. Hit love, 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 love. Share, 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 share. We're going to talk about some things that are impacting marriages, really, really challenging marriages. You know, our book, for those who might be joining us, I can't make the assumption somebody knows who we are. They might have this might be the first time they've come. We are Dr. Willie Jolley and my beautiful bride, Dee Taylor Jolley. We're the authors of the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. The book is in its second printing. Thank you. Thank you for that love. And so we're very grateful for the book. We're grateful now that we have the audio version of the book is now available with CDs.
People are buying the audio. And
They
you know
are
what?
buying
You
the
can
audio.
also buy everything as a download.
Everything is now digital too. We just got the digital version of the book, so you can get the ebook for those who want to read it on their phones, their computers, their iPads. We got the book in a digital version. We have a workbook that we are recommending for couples to get and go through the workbook that will help you. And then we've got the live seminar on 2 CDs. So we really tried. But I want your thoughts. You know, we want...
Send your questions.
Yeah, I'm talking about what else they might need. What do you need? What is it? Say, I like to get my material X or Y, or we need more of this or that. Tell us. We are here to serve you.
And how do they tell us?
Email. Send us an email. info@williejolley.com. info@WILLIEJOLLEY.com.
Do they put something in the subject line?
Well, they can put in the subject line marriage.
Okay.
Something about marriage. And so we want you to do that. Want to thank all of you again, though, for letting us know that you watched. So many people. We were somewhere else, and somebody said, "Oh, we were at the opening of the over at Dawn's launch of her product." We want to say hello to the Myers family. He's Brother Myers said, "I watch every week. Oh, I check it out." Wow, thank you. Thank you. We want to say hello to Lynn Bordley and all of the people who helping us.
They're traveling, aren't they?
Yeah. And we're also going to do a virtual seminar. We realized from the ones we've done before that only people in DC could access them. So many people around the country say, I want to go through a seminar experience with the Jolleys. I want to learn. So
And in the privacy of their own home.
and you can do it in your privacy of your home, ask your questions.
So-
All right. So, for those who don't know, the book also has a chapter for single people on how to choose the right person so that you don't get a suspect, but you get a prospect. So, we'll get the book. And if you're married, get 2 copies, one for you and one for your significant other, so that each one can go through it and read a chapter and then you discuss it. Read another chapter, discuss it. There'll be some things that come out of this that will bless you and your marriage. Before we go one more step, next weekend on November 8th, 9th. November 9th and 10th, we'll be in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, that's right. We will be.
At the Now Church. On Saturday, we're doing a marriage seminar in Fort Lauderdale. So some
which
people
is open to the public.
It's open to the public and it's no charge. I don't think there's a charge.
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you send them to?
Go to the Now Church in Hollywood, Florida.
Is it the nowchurch.org?
I don't know.
Okay.
If you send us an email,
so you want information?
if you're in South
Florida,
we'll be doing the marriage seminar. And I think it's free. Saturday afternoon. I think it's 4 to 6 or 5 to 7. And then Sunday morning, I'll be sharing a word with the congregation. Want everybody from South Florida to come join us for the marriage event and Sunday morning worship. All right, let's get to these questions because these are some doozies.
I think you say that all the time.
These are doozies. These are doozies. These are doozies. Let's see. We had. Oh shoot. Oop. There we go. We got Diane Withers Ellis. Hey Jill. And met us at a book signing with Kiana Fields Brown. Great.
Hi.
Hey, we got more people on there.
Thank you for tuning in.
So here's the first question. You know, we tell you in this book, we deal with the big 3 things that break up marriages. Sex, money, and communication. Sex, money, and communication. Big 3. And communication is the bedrock of all of them. Because if you don't communicate effectively,
you're not going to have sex.
Woo,
you're not going to be intimate. I should say intimate first.
You're not going to be intimate. And then if you don't talk about the money, don't communicate, the money going to get funny. It'll be jacked up. All right, first question is a doozy. This is kind of flipping the script. Go ahead, my sweet.
Okay, I'm reading the question.
All right.
Because it appears to be from a female. I understand that men are the ones that usually want sex all the time. But what happens if I'm the one that wants it and my husband does not? You're such a character.
What? The brother don't want none?
I feel rejected and he's fine without it. There are times I just can't stand it because I want sex every day. But he's too tired, he tells me. When we have sex, there's fireworks. But why doesn't he want it more often? He's affectionate. We hold hands and kiss even after 2 children and 5 years of marriage. He calls me at work to tell me he loves me, and I do the same. I just don't understand what the problem could be.
Wow, that's a different one. You know, we usually get the questions about the brother complaining about not getting enough. Woo!
So they have different libidos.
And how do we help them? What do you think? Give your answer, then I'm gonna give mine.
Why are you asking me to go first?
Because I'll go first if you want me to go first.
I can handle it.
Oh, you can handle it?
I'm tough enough. I can do that.
You're such a cutie.
Thank you so much.
All right, go ahead.
I'll reward you later.
Now, that's right.
Okay, so sex, money, and communication. I'd go directly to a lack of communication.
Mm-hmm.
So if she said he's tired, he's always tired. He tells me he's always tired. But when we have sex, it's great. But he doesn't seem interested as much as I am interested. So first, I would have a conversation. So how do you have a conversation where you don't bruise his ego?
Right.
So you have to pick the time, the place, and intimate. Not, okay, I'm in bed and it's time to do it. But a time when you guys can be close and talk. Private time.
Mm-hmm. How about having...
I was going to say over tea or coffee, but we...
No. How about a date, a sex date?
But I wouldn't have... Why not just a quiet eating together? Why a sex date?
But she already said she wants sex, but he doesn't. So she's telling him a sex date. I come home. I want to have a sex date this evening. He says, I'm tired. I'm too work too hard.
So if he's tired, why have a sex date which says he's got to be able to perform? He already said he's tired, right?
Oh, I'm show him what to get. I'm gonna get the stuff out.
So I'm saying before you go get the herbs out the cabinet, I'm saying they should have an intimate evening together that doesn't put pressure on him to perform, so they can have a conversation.
Would she be happy with
about
that?
what's. Well, initially she has to be thoughtful to figure out what's wrong with her mate. No.
How about this?
It's not.
How about this? That she don't wait for him to initiate. That she.
I'm not saying she's waiting for him to initiate.
I'm just saying that.
I'm saying you've got to get to talk about the root of the problem, and having a sex date can be intimidating to him who already said, I can't get it up.
He did not say that. He did not say that. You did not say that.
I pull that back. Okay.
No. What he said was he's tired. He tired. So maybe when he tired, she can help.
I think that's great. She can initiate, right?
And she can help.
But
do
it
little
should
things.
be
Do little things to get him
in the mood. Yes. But you still have to communicate as to why he's tired all the time. Or why he's not in the mood.
You already said it. The reason is because his libido is a different level.
Yes.
She's a firecracker. He's a.
But you have to. But as we do when you read Psychology Today and all these other publications.
Let's go to the book.
It also focuses on talking about, because it could be a health issue. It could be emotionally draining, the kind of work that he does. So by the time he gets home, he has nothing else left. So that requires not necessarily saying, okay, let me initiate and jump on him and force him, and then he, passes out. But to figure out how he can be helped so he's not so worn out. Is it physical? Is it emotional? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we say communicate. Hey, Jose. Hey, buddy. Jose Flores, one of the great speakers.
Hey.
All right. Here's what we have in the book: sexless. And while an active sex life is usually seen as an important part of a healthy marriage, according to the Aspen Institute for the Study of Family and Culture, 20% of married people have not had sex during the last month, 12% hadn't had sex in 3 months, and 6% had not had sex in over a year. This data is from the Institute's Relationship in America survey, which sampled married adults aged 18 to 60. And according to data scientist Seth Stevens Davidowitz, sexless marriages is one of the most frequently searched phrases on the internet. So why do we bring this up? Because it's common. Because a vibrant sex life varies depending on the circumstances of the couple. That's what I wanted to get to.
Yes.
And so there's some principles that we want you to know that it takes. One of them is talking to each other and having what Dee said, communication. The other one is understanding that one party does not have to be responsible always for initiating. And one of the things I think is great about our relationship, that both of us can initiate it and say, hey, what's up? And we can have a conversation.
But that's because we communicate about everything.
Yeah, we do. We talk about everything.
It is very different when you have couples who have challenges in being able to talk to each other about the simplest of things. I'm reading now this book, Dare Greatly, by, what did you say her name was? Brene Brown, is that right? Who talks about vulnerability. And one of the things that adversely affects relationships is to be able to share yourself.
Right.
To be honest about, this is what I'm feeling. This is how, when we talk about, this is how that makes me feel.
Yeah.
Or I'm comfortable. Or I don't have, he says, back to this first question, I don't have anything by the time I get home because work has beat me up or whatever it is about life. So it's not just, I need to initiate intimacy whether he's tired or not. Why is he tired? That's what I'm saying. Is it emotional? Is it physical? Get the physical, get all that out of the way.
Okay, we talked about it. So but you got, that's all of the niceties. She still has said very clearly, I feel rejected. I want to have sex every day.
So
every day. And she talked about it. He said, I'm tired.
That's why I'm saying then there must be a physical problem.
Okay, he got a physical problem. He tired. Then what?
No, honey.
Here's what you do.
You got to make sure it's not a medical issue.
I got that. But let's say it's not a medical issue.
Okay, it's not a medical issue.
Okay, he just has a different speed than she does. She's peppy. She's, woo, let's go.
A different biorhythm.
Yeah. So what do you do then? Well, you talk about it first. You do have to have the open conversation. And then maybe what she could say to him, what would it make?
Oh, what can I do to interest you?
Boom. Conversation. What would it take to interest you?
Mm-hmm. Or what can I do to make it more inviting or easy for you?
What floats your boat?
Yes.
What makes you, let me relax you after a hard day's work?
Mm-hmm.
What would maybe?
And then they have 2 little kids too.
Yeah,
so maybe the kids need to go to bed earlier.
Maybe so.
Maybe they need to go to bed at 6 o'clock.
But whatever the case may be, it starts with communication. That's why we want you to all talk about. Communication is critical. All right, here's the next one.
You can read that.
My wife is a beautiful and sexy woman, but she is not passionate in the bedroom. And I always have to initiate sex. When I do, she is fine with it. And afterward, ask if I enjoyed it. Was I okay with it? Was everything okay? But she is disconnected. It is so strange. It's like she is a mannequin. I want us both to enjoy the experience. Am I wrong? Wow, that's another deep one. That's a powerful point. You know, he's basically saying it's no different than a rubber ducky. You know.
So maybe that falls into the category of duty sex?
We talked about it a little bit last week. Duty sex, almost a category of duty sex. She said she's open to do it. She's not complaining. But she's not involved.
Engaged.
She's not engaged. So,
you know, that could stand. There's so many challenges.
Well, how it happened? We don't know what. We don't know what thought. How do you fix it? That's what they want to know. There could be a lot of reasons why she's not engaged, but how do you? I don't think you get
into bed then to get engaged. It starts mentally, and it starts before they get to the bed.
So it goes back to
conversations.
Or maybe it goes
meaningful conversations about what floats your boat too.
All right, maybe it goes back to
how can I please you? Did you ever ask that question?
Oh, maybe it goes back to
what makes you happy.
Maybe
what do I need to do to turn you on? Huh?
Maybe it goes back to this: intimacy versus sex. Maybe she needs a little more intimacy. Women need intimacy. Gentlemen, I believe that you should know that women need intimacy, and intimacy is not always sex. But
it's not sex.
Well, it can be sex. So look, intimacy does not mean you're sex. It can
lead to sex.
But sex involves intimacy, okay? So she might need more intimacy, telling her you love her, sending her a note, letting her know that she looks beautiful and that you appreciate it.
So women are attracted with the eyes, and women are attracted with what they hear.
Okay.
Cheryl shared that with me, which was something that Derek Greer was talking about at their church, at their church service on Sunday. The difference between men and women, and the whole idea of attraction.
Okay.
So, for the woman, the words that you say, the tenderness in that kind of approach.
What was that quote? That was a good quote that she used about Derek Greer. And I will share this with the group. Oh, here it is. What the eyes are to a man, the ears are to a woman. So you men get motivated by, ooh, she's looking fine, and women are motivated by sweet talk. You sure look good.
Oh, tenderness. Thank you, dear.
Ooh, you look good. You're cute as a butt.
He gets me to giggle. He always says it, and I always giggle.
So we are saying to this person, this gentleman, she's beautiful, she's sexy, but she's not passionate. Maybe part of that is the working on that all day long. That she's more engaged because of your
talking to her. Talking is so powerful. The ability to ask questions. You learn how to do that by asking more questions until you find out what turns her on. So she obviously wants to please you. She says, "Did you enjoy it?"
Yeah, she was.
But maybe she doesn't know what to do to make sure that you enjoy it.
And you know what?
So if you're not talking to each other as to what pleases you, how you need to be touched, how you need to be kissed, then...
You know, one of the things I've talked to people about, and I've shared with people, is how passion can be learned, passion can be increased, because remember, we have in the book about arranged marriages, and that they have to learn to love each other. They have to learn to be passionate to each other.
But they're working at it.
They're constantly
They're putting
working
forth the effort.
That's right.
To do so.
That's right. So
to learn the other person, their personality, because arranged marriages, they don't know each other at all.
They don't know each other at all until they get married. Mm-hmm. So it's a process of wanting to go back to being friends, being intimate, talking to each other. I encourage you.
Or just holding hands, going out for a walk together, doing some things together where you actually learn more about that person.
Yes. So I'm encouraging you to make that a priority, to work on intimacy. Everybody work on the word. Everybody say it together. Intimacy. Work on intimacy for both the husband and the wife.
And what does that look like? You know me, I'm like, okay. So you say work on intimacy.
What is it to you?
I don't have a clue.
What is it to you?
It could be physical closeness. It could be in your face and asking you, okay, so what are you thinking about? Well, what do you think about that? Well, tell me more. And being close, holding hands, okay?
Is she a cutie pie?
Watching a movie together. You're getting lots of brownie points. You know that, don't you?
Anyway, all right. So, now, again, we want you to work on your friendship. One of the things that we've learned from arranged marriages, they make a commitment to work on their friendship. And sometimes people...
How do you do that? You study each other too.
Yeah.
I'm big into, what does that mean? How do I do it?
Well, that's in the book. You study. You talk about that in the book in one of your sections. Mm-hmm. About studying. Look, there's so much that comes out of here that we can... for the people we interview, and we can expand on. Okay, last question. Our time is running out. This one is an interesting one. And we've actually dealt with this one from a different place. I didn't know it would come from here. We argue all the time, and it impacts and affects every part of our lives, except our sex life. Sex is great. Our sex life is great, but everything else is a problem. What can we do to fix this and make every other part of our marriage like the sex part? Well, we got a story in the book about a couple who took us to dinner. Now we were in the writing stage of the book.
Yes.
They took us to dinner, and from the moment they both got at the table, they started arguing. Am I right? I mean, from the moment we were like taken aback, and they were arguing about why are you late? Why y'all? We just sat there and watched.
It is how they spoke.
Oh, they spoke ugly to each other. They really did.
How they spoke.
And then, we got them to stop arguing and talk, and we ordered dinner, and we ordered dinner, and then they were arguing about this or that. You shouldn't eat that. Why you get that? And then they started talking about sex, and they kind of touched each other, and everything changed. It was lovey-dovey. And here's what we realized that night. Their marriage was based on sex. They got married because it was great sex, but they weren't good friends. And we can't say it enough. Chapter number 1. Friends first.
So if you're married, you have great sex, and you fight all the time, You have to back it up. You have to decide that you want to improve the relationship. Because unfortunately, you can't stay in bed 24/7.
No,
Somebody
indeed.
has to go out and earn a living.
You got to make some money.
Last.
No,
You're independently wealthy.
No, even then. It is not, here's what Friedrich Nietzsche said, it is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. Wow. Look, we tell you to be friend, and we give you some tips how to work on your friendship in the marriage. You know, we tell people in the first few years of our marriage, it was tough.
And why was it tough?
Well, I don't want to go into why it was tough. We had to work on our friendship.
No, but I'm saying I think it's important instead
Right.
of generalities to
All
say
right.
why was
Well,
it tough?
you go ahead. Why was it tough?
Well, because we lived apart it was long distance to begin with.
Yeah.
Then we moved into your mother's attic.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we are a blended family.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of pieces. I'm just saying when we say it's tough,
But I'm just saying we argued.
With a lot of,
That's what I want to get
yes,
to. We argued
about all those things.
about a lot of stuff. And we trying to get our finances together, how we did money differently, how I looked at money, how she looked at money, about this blended family, about where we're going to send my son, who we had together, to school. We argued about a lot of stuff, but then we learned the power of mentors. Mentors. 2 ways to get to any goal: mentors and mistakes.
Well, we decided we needed help.
Well, we decided we need help. And we got some mentors, mentors who have been married 30, 40, 50, 60 years, who gave us wise counsel. And
So how do you find a mentor?
well, you look for people a mentor is someone who has successfully done what you want to do. And you look at them and then you say, rather than me having to go through the bumps and knocks and beat up along the way and falling into ditches, let me find somebody who's figured out the path, and let me go and ask them what are the secrets, which we did.
Sometimes a mentor can be from afar. You don't have to be up under them all the time.
We would be your mentors from afar. Get this, and if you got to get 2 things, get the book and the seminar. We could be mentors from afar, even if you're in Australia. We got people from Australia, from New Zealand, Africa. Get the book. You can get it online now and get the resources.
And you can ask questions.
Questions. Mentors do not have to be in your face.
Right.
In fact, some mentors, I have mentors that were people I never met, who were not even alive anymore, but I read their books. I listened to their audios, and they inspired me. They encouraged me. So we want you to get some mentors so that you will stop arguing and get to making every part of your marriage great. We want great marriages. We found that 50% of marriages break up, and of the 50% that remain, statistics show that 40% of those people are miserable. So we want people to be happy, excited. We got a lot of people: Karen Snyder, Cassandra Brown. Good to have you all. And somebody said y'all are my favorite couple. God bless you. Shani, I love Shani. Sister Shadow, I haven't seen her for a long time. I love you. And look, we want marriages. We want to save marriage. Our goal in writing this book.
You save marriages, you improve your legacies, you live longer, you're healthier.
Yep.
There's a whole nother reasons as to why that exists, but the idea of healthy
We want to
marriages
save a
help
million marriages and enhance a million more. So get the book, jollymarriage.com, amazon.com for the book, but get the digital. Now you can get everything digitally. Just take it, use it. That's our reason for doing this on Monday night.
And give us feedback.
And give us your feedback. Send your questions. info@williejolly.com. Share this link with other people. Just share it. We want to get this word out to millions and millions and millions of people and save millions and millions and millions of marriages.
And tell us what else you'd like to see.
Yeah, and tell us what else how we can be a help.
Yes.
Our goal is to help you. Am I right?
Yes.
All right, remember, next weekend, not this weekend, following, we'll have another week to do it, to promote it, is Florida. Hollywood, Florida. Now Church, Saturday the 9th, we're doing a free marriage event. I think it's 4 to 6, 5 to 7, and then Sunday morning I'll be speaking.
If you want more information, just send us an email.
Send us an email. We'll send you all the information what it's going to be. So our time is up. Thank you for yours. Jolley out.
Jolley out.
See y'all.